All right, hey, Mike McGroarty here. This video is going to be a combination because people ask me for a couple of things. Behind me is the old house that's in front of the nursery. This is actually a rental. We have tenants in here, but we've done a lot of work on the house, and this video will be on a page. You can see the transformation from beginning to end. And then I'm going to highlight the landscape that we put around here, why I use some of the things that I use, and then we're going to take a look at the sign that we use for the nursery, and then we're going to just head right on in and kind of show off our plant sale because people have been asking about that as well. So anyway, keep in mind, and I know my my critics are going to have a problem with the landscape. The plants are too small, blah, blah, whatever. I don't care. This is a rental house. A lot of plants are here for very specific reasons. So anyway, in the back corner of the house, I actually have in the center of that bed a Kotoheim. It's a Kotoheim Japanese maple, really a rare Japanese maple. And the reason I put it there is because I just didn't have the heart to sell it. So it's very, very interesting plant. I also have to apologize for the road noise, but that's also instrumental because this house is only like 50 feet from a main highway, which makes this landscape challenging. And then around this thing, I put some, this is Tango Wygelia. They're in bloom now. The reason that they are there is because I want them, they're going to be stock plants that I can take cuttings from, root the cuttings and sell them, obviously, is the intention. So again, if Dustin kind of shoots down through here, you can see that what I did is this is a theme that I've used for years. A couple of plants on either end, and then something else planted in the center in an arc. In this particular case, I put Antebellum Hydrangea. I have two on this end, two on that end, and then in the center I've got Pink Whisper Potentilla. Again, I want to get a ton of cuttings off of those Antebellums. I want to get a ton of cuttings off of those Pink Whisper Potentilla. So that's why they're there. Over in this bed, you can see that there used to be a big tree here. We cut the tree down, and now there's some great big coral bells. And I have to tell you, people say, oh, you can't plant coral bells in the sun. Well, guess what? We cut the tree down, and these coral bells are doing better than they've done in the 3 years that they've been there. So I have the same exact thing at home. My coral bells in the sun do fine. Now, the light colored ones, the real yellow, orange ones, citronelle, they can't take the sun. They've got to be in a shaded area. But the darker leaf ones do fabulous in the sun. So let's stop for a second. So anyway, this would be the west side of the house. So then over here, I've got this is an Innovationaire lace leaf weeping maple. Again, it's not there to take cuttings from. I don't do any grafting. These really unique Japanese maples are difficult to grow from cuttings, if not impossible, but it's there just to enhance the landscape. So we're going to walk around. Again, we're like 50 feet from the road. This is probably one of the most challenging landscapes that I've ever done because of the salt spray. These salt trucks go down here 50, 60 miles an hour throwing salt-covered snow. So this landscape has been a challenge to say the least. Now right underneath it here, I've got some small Tango Wygelia, and in the background there's a couple of pink flowering almond. Now again, I'm not in love with this landscape, but it's bare basics because I'm not going to keep putting stuff out here that gets killed by this salt spray. This green mountain juniper is actually done really well here, so as you'll see in a minute, we put more of them around the sign. And then over there I've got a Waterfall Japanese maple. It's a lace leaf weeping Japanese maple. Great, it's a really, really nice, makes a great combination with the red and the green. And there's a couple of dwarf Alberta spruce. And then since we've added the doors, the windows, and the sidings area to the house, I put a little brick walk out so that we could, have a pretty reasonable landscape around here. So again, in the background, there's a couple of pink flowering almond. Now I'll probably put more plants in here that I can use as stock plants. I'll do it in the fall though, because we forget to come out here and water. We got 10,000 plants out back that need watered, and we forget to drag a hose out here. So I'll plant them in the fall when they don't need to be watered. So Now I've got some crimson pygmy barberry that have just done fantastic here. And then on the corner I got a lavender twist redbud. That thing suffered a little bit of winter damage. I mean, minus 21. It's okay, it's just not thriving. But these cold winters, I hope we're done with that. So let's head on over. We'll take a look at the sign. All right, now this is the new sign for the nursery. Obviously, we clearly state what we do here. We sell beautiful plants for $5.97 each. Underneath of there, I put in some more crimson pygmy barberry and green mountain juniper just because the others have done so well, and this is even closer to the road. Behind the sign, I put in 2 more Antebellum hydrangeas so I have some place to get some cuttings. And then I stuck 4 pink pussy willow in there as well because I want to be able to get cuttings off of those. Let's just shoot this side of the landscape from here. So then down the side here, there's just there's like 4 boxwood, and I had 1 Gold Coast juniper I picked up somewhere. I stuck that in there. And then down by that chimney, there's a few variegated Weigelia that actually we use for cuttings. So now let's step back because people wanted to see the makeover on the house. So we'll put this video on a page that has some pictures of this place before the doors, the windows, and the sidings, and the landscape and everything were added. But anyway, this is the old house in front of the nursery. This thing was built in 1929, so, you know, structurally it's still in pretty good shape. And then I think what we'll do, we'll end this here, and then we're going to do a different video about our plant sale.